So this is part 2 of the inner child work. What I remember, and I will give you an example right now, how I communicate with my inner child. I remember at the age of around 2, and people say that's impossible that you remember stuff when you were 2 years old. And still I do. My parents were building a new house next to the old house. So, and in the process of building, they had an appointment with the contractor, and I was in my mother's arms. My father was there, my mother was there, the contractor, and they were in the building, and we looked at a big dark hole in the ground. That's the basement. I remember this, a big dark hole. And then I saw the first floor with no stairs, only one ladder. So because my mother couldn't leave me there alone, because it was she was needed with my father to discuss some stuff at the first floor, she took me in her arms and we went up to the ladder. And this part of the ladder I remember, and it's like, yeah, I remember, and it's like I'm proud that I remember that. So it put an imprint on me. Only what I didn't realize is that I was scared. I was traumatized at that moment. The big black hole was frightening me. And then moving on the ladder, the height difference, going upstairs and dangerous conditions, it frightened me too. So when I went talking to my inner child, I went through that situation and I asked, what were you this, were you that? I've got a yes or no, and so on. And this is the way how you can talk with your inner child. And then what happened is I asked, what do you need to feel safe? So because it didn't want to fall, I asked, do you want wings or something like that? And it's for me it's a she. My inner child is a girl. And I asked her, I always call her little sister, Sissy, what do you need wings? And I gave her wings. So, and I learned her how to use the wings and to fly. So, and that fear was gone. She could lose it. And then the next phase, I gave her like a Superman suit, so she could do whatever she wanted. And then further on, we hugged a lot. We gave each other a lot of comfort. And the next phase, we built a staircase to the basement, to the first floor. We went decorating, finishing everything, put a floor, windows, everything. And when the house was finished later on, we even sold it, and we went on a motor trip together, so to discover the whole of Europe and the rest of the world. So in the meantime, I was reading the book. These emotions came up and were liberated. So it's very important. This is a way to open your heart, because your heart is a portal to your higher self and to your guides. So do the inner work and dig into it. Okay, hold on, hang on, and know that you are loved, that you are guided. Thanks.